the things you'll do during a quarantine. That's right. I'm gonna cook. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to whatever we're gonna call this thing here. This is gonna be a little different than prior episodes. I decided because I'm starting to go kind of stir crazy right about now, that I do something that kind of brings me comfort, and isn't that what that Marie Kondo or whatever her name is says, do things that spark joy. I'm sure it has nothing to do with cooking, but it's gonna happen today. Alright, so basically I found a recipe for what they're calling the juiciest burgers ever, and yeah, so I got some ground beef, some 80-20 ground beef from Trader Joe's. It also asked for some wash your sister sauce. That's right, that's what I call it. Half a cup of beer. I only have some Budweiser Discovery Reserve because I'm a hipster like that. Kosher salt, onion powder, a little garlic powder. And yeah, so basically what the recipe, which I got from allrecipes.com, basically says, if I can get this thing to work with my fingers, because I have fat fingers. But yeah, so basically it's just saying you gotta make the burgers up first, and then you'll put your stuff into your mixture. So what we're gonna go ahead and do first is make the burgers. I'm sure this will be edited because, by God, I got to be the dumbest MF that didn't have stuff open before I recorded this. And I trust you knife to open things because I'm a weak man. I always wondered, I know what they use to make, like, set up ground beef, to make it like it's supposed to be made, as it like all falls apart here. So basically what we're gonna do is this is how I make my patties. I've also seen the smash burger one, and this is actually bigger than what I wanted to make, so we're gonna do this. And what I normally do is just roll it, like kind of meatball it, because you can do the smash burger way that way, but a lot of people in my household do not like smash burgers, so I basically just make the patties like this. That's going to be one, and then we'll take the other half of that one that was going to make like one gigantic patty. And this actually works a lot better sometimes for me because I've been known to make burgers and have to end up freezing them because either A, they're too big, B, I'm the only one eating them, and I try as I might to not eat as much meat nowadays, but as you can see, quarantine has not done too good for me. I have hated being like stuck in the house for the amount of time that we've been. Here in Maryland, we haven't had a total lockdown, shutdown yet. But, I feel like if people keep kind of fooling around and not listening to what the governor is saying, we're going to get to that point. But hopefully we're beginning the stage of flattening the curve. Our numbers are starting to go up as far as, cases. I'm just going to start this one over. But, it's been wild. And most times, I try not to buy in all of this crap because it's not as really, I honestly think this is actually one of the cases where it is as bad as the media is telling you it is. Because if the World Health Organization is telling you, hey, this is going to get worse before it gets better, I've always felt like you kind of got to listen to that. It's not a situation where we can just say, oh, this is fake news, this is fake media, you know, stuff like that. Because it's not, you know, they're telling us these things for a reason, honestly. And, you know, who am I going to listen to? The person that thinks that, you know, all media is bad media, or the scientist that has been studying this crap for, you know, 6 months before it even happened. And I think we know my answer to that, at least. But, so we're getting down to the end of the ground beef. It's going to be a little bit of silence sometimes, but you know what, who cares? It's a YouTube video. I like to thank the people that do watch this channel. I'm sorry I've been gone for like months, but sometimes when you look at your video views and you're like, hey, I had this perfect idea for something, and then it's like, no, that's not what we're going to do here. And, you know, you just don't want to do it after a while, but, you know, I'm back, I think. At least I have to go back to work, because I've been out of work for almost a month. It feels like, but it's only been 2 weeks, but half a month, so, yeah. So, that was the burgers. You will rest in... I hope you enjoyed that. So, basically next we're going to work on the marinade for the burgers. So they say combine the beer, the W sauce, garlic powder, onion, salt, and pepper, and pour the marinade over the burgers. So what I'm going to do is actually, I got a plate that I put the burgers on, but I'm actually going to mix all of this in this bowl that I have here. Good old household bowl. Bowl has done everything from cookies to, yeah. But yeah, so basically what I like to do first is get our powders and stuff out of the way. Some things they use onion salt, but nobody ever really has onion salt like that, so use onion powder. It will make you sneeze, I do promise you that. Per the instructions, it says that we need a half a teaspoon of onion salt, and then a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a fourth of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, and then half of the beer. So, okay, so right now, I'm going to tell you something. For me, when it comes to, you know, that stuff like powders and all that, I'm not exactly worried if I get that wrong, because most of the stuff that you're going to add in, and once you need it to evenly coat, you know, all your food, you know, I mean, it's correct to get it right, but, you know, sometimes you just do what you have to do. So, as far as the Worcestershire sauce, 1/4 a cup, so, and that's that, so that'll go in. Let's cap that before we have it all over the place, like I'm famous for having shit all over the place. And get this bud, and they're saying half a cup, so right up around here. So what I always do, I've used this beer for like beer battering for, you know, beer battered fish and stuff like that, and it's pretty good beer. I didn't much enjoy the taste of it as, you know, a regular beer, but happens. So yeah, so we'll go ahead. I don't know, I may have. What did I just say about measurements? I really don't care. I am probably not the best person to ever have a cooking show for anything. But as long as I'm eating it, I'm fine with it. So, let me get my little stern spoon out here. Good old stern spoon. TM. No, I really think somebody probably has called something, so.
One hour later.
You get my brain and you battle my brain. Goodness gracious, I can't sing. So now, we're gonna get ready. And I just realized that this is a lot of marinade, so we're gonna have to probably use something else in this process. Thinking we may have to use one of my little Tupperware containers to put this in, because this is a lot more than I was expecting. So kids, we have our everything now, and yeah, so we're gonna start lining our bowl with burgers. It's always good to line a bowl. Bowl fest, time for you to fest a bowl fest. Yeah, that song really had no continuity to it, so. Alright. Burgers are loaded in. And then we're just gonna pour our mixture over it. Now, some may wonder why I didn't just use the edge with the spout. The simple answer is because, well, I didn't plan any of this out. But anyway, so now we have that. We are gonna cover this with our handy dandy paper towels. I promise you I had spooled off the roll already. And we're gonna cover that. We're gonna let it sit for a half an hour in the refrigerator. I have a bowl that's big enough where I think most of these are submerged. So with them being submerged, I don't have to worry about, there's a step in there where it says that I have to flip them every 15 minutes, but these are pretty well submerged in here. So the only one that may really need to be flipped is that last one that went in, that's the first one on the top. But right now, we're just gonna let these marinate for a little bit, and then after that, we'll cook them up. And yeah, so stay tuned. You can watch me put it in the refrigerator because you like my behind. None of you like my behind. So now we get to the fun part of going to the supermarket to get some burger buns, because I most definitely only have regular bread. And not to say there's anything wrong with regular bread, but burgers just hit, on non-regular. And possibly get some good cheese too. So. But anyway, you're coming with me. And don't you tell anybody where we went either. I spoke for like 2 minutes. Didn't have the sound on. But anyway. What I was saying before I actually hit the camera here. Is that, if you're a type of person like I am, you kind of already social distance. But if you, I never social distance to this point. Like, this is like crazy. Like, I like how I go out the house wondering if I had money. But you see, I have ADHD. But now what's wild to me is just people make jokes like, can't practice social distancing if you've been doing it your whole life. And it's like, I'd like to be the type of person that wants to be in front of people and out in front of people, but some days my personality doesn't let me. Like, at work, I'm fine. If I'm within my group of friends, I'm good. Like, I started a new job and I'm at the same company, but I'm doing a little something different. And doing all of that, you don't always, you're not always sure how that's gonna go. The people that I worked with before, I had been friends with those guys for 5 or 6 years already, and then when you move to something different, it's like, okay, how are these people gonna, get to know me? And it was actually an easier kind of, I guess, what's the word? I guess a transition for me this time than it was when I came from JCPenney to going to Horseshoe. Like, when I went to Horseshoe, I wasn't worried about knowing anybody there, because that's just who I was. Like, everybody had somehow, to me, I always felt like they knew each other already. And me, being the type of person that I am, I'm willing to make friends with people, but I'm still not that type of person that wanted to go out every other night or something like that. And at the time, me and Cappy were thinking about starting a family, and we were already kind of, it was different for us because we were used to a certain schedule that we had already had. And then when it came to find out that I was going to be working, weekends most of the time, I rarely got a weekend off. It was a lot bit different for us, and it wasn't something that I was expecting, anything she was expecting. So while my social life kind of went up a little bit in that regard, my personal life somewhat suffered. And after I left Horseshoe, I was just like, that's not what I want again, And even at, when I was at my other place for the same company I'm with now, one day I'll explain that and why I say that. We didn't really do a lot of stuff away from work. And mostly that was because we all had families, or we all just were somewhat, introverted. I've always been an introvert, and even more so before I got on meds. Before I got on medication, I really only wanted to be around 3 people. That was my mom and dad and Cappy. And, and then when Dee Dee came along, I wanted to be around her. But if it were anything else, nah. Oh, you want to go to brunch? Nah. Yeah, because, and what I didn't realize until I got older was that it wasn't that I didn't want to do things, I didn't want to put forth the effort to do. And I think, you know, we mistake laziness or people that don't understand. So yeah, we made it to the grocery store, and we're now gonna go get some cheese and some bread. But you're not coming with me for that, because it's still awkward to me. But anyway, hopefully the people in the parking lot don't think I'm a crazy person, like this one lady does. But anyway, I will see you guys when I get back. Alright, so that was relatively painless, unlike most everything that we've done this week. As you saw me touch my face, which, oh my god, he touched his face. It's gonna happen, people. But anyway, let's get back home. The one thing I did want to finish my statement that I was making for my memory card said, "Oh, you're full." But no, just that I've kind of gotten myself into a position now in life where I'm okay, where I can go outside and where I want to do stuff with other people. It took years, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I got myself into a mental health hole, and it's not always the best thing you want to do for yourself, but got better and we got through it, and now I'm able to bring you things like this. I really got to thank my therapist, my two therapists, because one left, but one got me like right on to the track that I needed to be on, and I have been mutually excited about it. But yeah, so we are headed back to the house, and we're gonna get those burgers out of the marinade, and we're gonna fry them up. Put a little provolone, maybe a little ketchup, some mustard. That's what I should have got. I should have got some mustard, but it's too late. I'm not going back in there. Anyway, I will see you guys when I get back to the house. Alright, y'all. So we are back from the store. Finally. It really wasn't that long, honestly. Like, less than 20 minutes, which is a little disturbing that it was that little amount of time. But what we're going to do now is get the burgers out of the marinade, and we're going to put them into the skillet. And, yeah. So, let's get to it. Alright, so I figured I'd bring you guys on a little bit closer for this part. We're going to do a little bit of moving, hunting, and jiving, I guess. But, yeah. So, we're going to turn the heat down just a little bit because the heat was up super high. And we don't want to get too hot too soon. So, take the burgers out of the marinade, which hopefully, if I did this right, they didn't, screw up any. But they don't look like they have, so it's actually a good thing. So, we'll take another plate. We're going to put on our freaking gloves, because this is going to get messy a little bit, but either way, still good to cook with gloves, especially in the kind of climate that we're in right now. Yeah, I don't know, lately I've been cooking with gloves. Like, even when I did my my fish a couple weeks ago, I do it with gloves on. And it's just kind of a habit now. Before we even started this, I washed my hands. Please, everybody, wash your goddamn hands. Stay in the house, even though I just went to the store. But that's okay, because it was something essential that I needed. But, yeah, so, alright, so we did kind of get messed up a little bit, but that is fine. So actually I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to put this on a plate. I'm going to just put it straight into the hot skillet. So I'm going to just put these all into the skillet while I can. Oh, you be asleep. I don't know. Somebody on Instagram is doing like an old school challenge where you can put like a old school song that you know up in your story, and for some reason I just keep thinking of the Whispers, Lost and Turned Up. So there you can see our beautiful burgers currently cooking up. Yeah, probably get ready to flip this one over here between those two because those are the first ones to go in. I was just worried about keeping them together at that point, so like I say, these aren't perfect, but these are just something fun that I decided I was going to do today. So let's see how that goes. So how these really are turning out is kind of like it's not bad, but it's also not good. But I mean, it looks good. It's edible. It looks edible. It doesn't look like restaurant quality, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm honestly just looking for something that's yummy, tastes good, and isn't too, undercooked to the point where I can't eat it. So. So we're gonna let these cook. Probably flip them a few more times. And we'll come back when that happens. If I can find my clicker. I can't find my clicker. So, yeah. So I've decided in honor of Tiger King, which is currently streaming on Netflix, which is like the wildest documentary you ever watch. I've only watched 2 episodes. I probably won't watch any more of it because it's getting on my nerves already. But I'm going to call these the Joe Exotic burgers. These are supposed to be the juiciest burgers ever. And that documentary is juicy. But I'm sorry, but that show has so many things to unpack between. It really just starts with the lions themselves, or the tigers, or whatever. Tigers, lions. I don't feel like happy about what's going on in that documentary, but I guess they see it one way. I see it a different way. Other audience members probably do see it a different way too, but these I see it. Just watch it and report back in the comments about how you feel about it. I'm going to tell you, I love Carol Baskin. Or Carol Baskin, whatever her name is, but I'm a Carol fan. That's all I'm going to say. Also, it's kind of messy now because it's got like ingredients stuff on it. But I made this shirt, Pisces Scary Worldwide. I got a cricket a couple weeks ago, and I've been doing stuff by myself. Cutting out the middleman, starting to, but this is one of the first pieces that I made, and I'm happy with it, based off of Scarface. So, if anybody's interested in a shirt or anything like that, just let me know, and I'll make that one. But, so it's about time to flip these burgers again. 'cause they are sounding like fajitas on a hot plate right now. You know, when shits come out sizzling. These kind of turned out, they didn't stay together well, and I think what I should have done was put a little pink on. And I'm sure y'all saw that. I got popped by some grease here and turned that heat down a little bit. That was not fun. That is not coming out yet, so I have to see how it works when I got that grease. They kind of, to me, turned out like steak burgers. So I have a little test one that I did that's going to come out in a few minutes. Thank you all if you've watched this far and listened. This is probably going to be at least a 20, 25, 30 minute video. So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting me. You know, we're not a monetized channel yet. Ching ching. Cash register style. But I'm not going to put it in when I watch this back. But it, you know, it means the world to me that I have, you know, a group of you that actually do watch these when I upload them. Because just for one person to watch it, other than me, is the biggest thing I can ever tell you that I do appreciate. So yeah, let's see how we're doing, because I'm not actually going to take these out a little bit. I've already got a feeling that the best one that we had was one of the first ones that we put in. It was more made up than the other one. All of the other ones were falling apart. And like I say, I should have probably put some panko in there, but let's get our plate ready. Y'all see this. I literally got popped by grease so hard that it broke apart. So now we begin the dressage part of our video. Alright, so these are our burgers. You can see our shit is still sizzling. I haven't began to bruise yet, but that was wild. But anyway, we are gonna, well, I still have battery life left, go ahead and get the cheese, get our burger buns, get this all dressed up. So alright, so for my final trick, there they are. They don't look incredibly sexy, but a little mayo on the bun, provolone cheese, ketchup. Now you're probably wondering why I got 2 different types of buns, because variety is the spice of life, and plus it was cheaper to buy 2 sets of buns. Folks. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite into one of these before we get going, because, yeah. Pretty good. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me cook for you. Please stay safe, everybody. Wash your hands, social distance, do whatever you have to do. But, yeah, take care of yourselves and each other and your family, because this is wild, but it's a new way of living for a little bit. But I'd rather live like this than lose every other family member. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Try this again. Maybe you guys can give me recipes and we'll do those. But anyway, catch you on the next one. Maybe months from now. Who knows? But thank you for watching. I can't find